Lynn Zink. I reside in the Maryland area. However, start over.
Yep.
I'm Lynn Zink. I've been a professional auctioneer specializing in fundraising for over 17 years. I reside in Maryland, but I do most of my work in Washington, D.C., and I also work several other states. I've even traveled to the islands to do auctions. I have a team of professional bid assistants. Some of them are auctioneers, but they're all professionally trained as bid assistants. They're my connection to the people. They, along with myself, we read the body language of the people. We can tell when someone's going to bid. There are times where people are like, how did you know I was going to bid? It's us being professionals and being able to recognize when someone's going to bid and to be able to communicate. My bid assistants, they are my connection to the people. So they are able to communicate to them if they're confused about the bidding. And they also add a lot of energy in the room.
Okay.
With this, I will get it right this time, I promise.
It's no problem.
Okay.
So tell me about your team.
I have a team of bid assistants who are professionally trained to be able to recognize if someone's anticipating bidding or when they do bid, to be my connection so that they are able to communicate if they are confused about where a bid is.
Let's try this. I have a team of professionally trained. Okay, tell me about your team.
I have a team of bid assistants. They have all been professionally trained, and they are my connection to the people. Large group of people, and they are able to communicate what is happening within this large group. And in the meantime, not only increasing communication, but also generating a lot more energy throughout that space.
Do you want to say that? Or?
Okay. So with my experience, I have a degree in theater, and what I pull from my experience from my theatrical background is it adds an entertainment factor to the event night. It also helps with a lot more interaction between myself and the people bidding, and I find more people pay attention. More people tend to want to get in on what's happening. It's the excitement that's generated from all the theatrics, because it is a show.
Benefit.
An auctioneer needs to be able to command a room, whether it's 100 people or thousands of people. As benefit auctioneers, we are not only commanding a room, we also want to be able to add entertainment to the event. And my background in theater really helps to enhance the experience of everyone in the room.
My background?
An auctioneer, one of the most important qualities we need to have is to be able to command a room, whether there's 100 people or thousands of people. And when performing a fundraising auction, something that has really helped me work the space is my background in theater, which has to do with being able to play off of people. When I start seeing opportunities happen, my background in improvisational theater, thinking on your feet in the moment and creating that excitement and energy, I'm able to see people bidding and make it fun, getting people playing off of each other in a very fun way with my theatrics of moving about the space.
Perfect. Talk about hiring professional.
I think what's most rewarding is when I can see a nonprofit or a private school really reframe their thinking and start to see hiring an auctioneer and consultant, to hiring them as an investment and not as an expense, looking at the fact that when they hire me or retain my services, when they follow what I consult.
Comes to me.
Okay. When a client comes to me and retains my services, I not only work as an auctioneer on event night, I serve as a consultant to that organization. We start working sometimes 1 year in advance, sometimes 6 months in advance. And I have consulting meetings with them where we dive into all of the effective strategies that are going to help lead them to a successful auction night.
And with my in the planning stages, so you'll have a smoother or something, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Try that.
And with my expertise, when I'm meeting with the groups and I'm asking them a lot of questions so that I can better understand where they have been so I can guide them to where to go, I have found when working with these groups, I can identify where those pitfalls are and work with them and guide them to a more effective way to set up a timeline that's most conducive to fundraising, building the momentum in the evening, and helping to set up magic on the event night.
I act as a consultant.
Got it, okay. During the planning phases, I act as a consultant. I am meeting with the groups, helping them to strategize for an effective event.
How about the plan?
There are many times where I'm at an event and the magic happens. And my tagline to my client was, the magic may have happened here, but it started in that first consulting meeting when we worked to effectively plan this magic tonight.
Perfect.
Who have done the same thing year after year after year. And when they take that leap of faith and pull in a professional for the first time, what they find is that there really is a formula that you can follow that is very effective in helping the organization to stop wasting time on, I've already lost the one specific community. But I think for me, when I meet with a group, I know the questions to ask. During this meeting, I have a formula that works when I sit down with a team, but I know the questions to ask to figure out how to adapt this formula to make it work best for them and to help them make more money based on the needs of their group.
Okay, sounds great. Okay, yeah, I think that one sounds good. That sounds good.
Okay. So this could be something that toward the beginning when I was saying about being a professional auctioneer and where I work. And then what I'd like to say, I'll pause and then I'll go into it.
Okay.
During my career, I've earned the title of International Auctioneer Champion, and I've also earned the designation for Benefit Auctioneer Specialist. Both of those mean the world to me. However, I think what's even more exciting is when working with these nonprofits and private schools and helping them to raise money that in turn are transforming lives. I just find making a difference in the community, that's what means the most to my heart.
Perfect. That was great. I'm going to shut this down.
So I think something that's most important to me, it has to do with continuing education. Did you know I go to 3 conferences a year just so that I can stay on the cutting edge of ideas to bring along to my clients?
Wow.
I always make sure that we want to incorporate the mission into the event. When people come to this event, if they start seeing pictures around and messaging that's connecting to the mission, more chances are more people will be connected to the cause that night, and they're going to give from the heart because of what they've seen. It's the connection to the whole cause. I attend 3 to 4 conferences a year, and reason being, I like to stay on the cutting edge of things, and so I'm always trying to see what's new so that I can bring brand new, fresh, exciting strategies to my clients to help them raise more money.
How about I'm always looking to improve?
Every year, benefit auctioneers from all over the U.S. come to a summit. It's a conference where we meet so that we can share what's new, what's hot, what's not. We're there receiving continuing education and sharing ideas with one another so that when I come back home, I have refreshing, new, cutting-edge strategies to incorporate into the events my clients are holding to help them raise more money.
Okay.
Continuing education is very important to me. So I attend 2 to 3 conferences every year so that I can learn what's new. Take all this new education, what's on the cutting edge, bring that home and bring value to my clients to help them raise more money. Something else that's been very effective is our gracious approach to fundraising. Myself and my team, we are always thanking bidders for contributing, for getting involved in the bidding process. We want people to feel good about bidding, and we want to thank them. And so we're always very gracious in our approach, and I didn't like that. All right. And people love our gracious approach to fundraising. They feel good when they've bid because of how we thank them. During the bidding process, We really know from reading body language, we know when someone is done, when they're past their comfort zone in bidding. And rather than them feeling bad about not bidding anymore, we graciously thank them for being involved in the bidding and helping us to achieve higher results. So they go from feeling bad about backing out to feeling good that they truly helped the cause. With all of those bid cards in the air. So that's the only time I ask people to raise their bid card like that.
Do you want to say anything like, I get the bid cards up, or something like...
Oh, I see. You were trying to come up with some type of tagline that would be carried through.
Because that visual, everybody knows what that visual is. So I'm just thinking, like, how can you...
People always say time and time again, it's my energy and connection to the audience. They can see how I connect to a cause, and I connect to the people, and the energy gets everybody engaged. And they say contagious energy. Consistent reactions I've received from the auctions I've worked is that there is this contagious energy that comes throughout the room and just gets those paddles in the air.